Well, hello there. Welcome to Saturday Night Reaver. And today we've got to do some bases for these Titans. They've been out bases for like a week now. It's like ridiculous. How can I actually go on without having bases for these little dudes? They need it. They need it badly because they're just falling around, falling off the surface. They don't have any stability in their life. It's not good, and we have to rectify it. Yeah, happy Friday, everyone. Or Friday, Saturday. Sorry, completely missed out the fact that it's Saturday Night Reaver after saying it's Saturday Night Reaver. And I'll just smash things around a little bit there. And make sure that I've got glue. It's going to work. And everything else in between. So I'll just move these out of the way because I don't want the glue there. Hey Kenneth, good evening. How did the event go? Well, the Dystopian Wars event, as some of you know, I was participating in a Dystopian Wars tournament at Wayland Games today. It's run by a friend of mine, Engine Phil, as you can find on Instagram and that. And it was a small. There's a few people dropped out, so it was only a small tournament. So it went really well. I had a lot of fun. I was using my Crown fleet for this, and I won. I came first. I was top dog, head honcho. I also won best painted as well, which I entered my Cheon, the steampunk type submarine. So that came away with the plaudits for that. And yeah, so 2 games we played. I won both, and I won one of them quite significantly on victory points. The second one, I had double the victory points of my opponent. But both games were enjoyable, apart from one moment where I was really upset because they played one of their. You have cards that you can utilise during the game, and he played this card which allowed him to activate another unit immediately, and it upset me because it's like, I want to have a go. It's not fair. But I soon changed that around. I had less ships compared to his fleet, and the coup de grace game came as my last remaining unit, which was my flagship, and its accompanying vessel. Just went, sod it, and we went for it. The Albion cruiser, rammed his flagship. So basically, at this moment, there was 3 enemy ships on the table. So my cruiser rammed his flagship. My dreadnought pulled alongside, broadsided this poor little one ship left in the unit, sitting there at point blank range, and absolutely eviscerated it. Then I split his fire, like his main guns was firing into a cruiser that had already been hurt, and sunk that as well, and then opened up with the remaining ship broadsides and main batteries into the Borodino, the flagship of the Russians, the Commonwealth faction, and done quite a lot of damage. Even though it weren't at the optimal range, it still dealt a lot of damage to him, and then I boarded it. So I won with a boarding action, which was even better. So yeah, it was a glorious day, fun games, lots of laughs. Me using gummy bears to represent my admiral. And I gave gummy bears to all the other captains there for their admirals to represent their fleets. And I also did a reenactment to prove that there was not space for Jack to climb on top of the debris that Rose was by using a starburst with a gummy bear on top. And you couldn't fit the second gummy bear on. So that is conclusive proof that Leo DiCaprio did die and deserved to die because he was in the water for too long. Yes. Hey, g'day, Badger. Hello. Go for it, painting. Hello to you too. And hello, Judge. And first, yes. Always getting in there with the firsts, claiming them. It's like they're yours. Luke was there. He was my first game, and with his enlightened ships, they have an ability to teleport, and he's had really bad luck with teleporting. And in the game against me, he teleported his one squadron of 3 cruisers and his main ship. Both of them survived. Unfortunately, his main ship, where he deployed it too close, so he couldn't use his torpedoes because it got to be over 5 inches or something like that for torpedoes to actually work, sort of thing. And as it tried to fire like up my arse into my dreadnought, I had all my Guardian generators, so I just said no. Sorry. So I was just there's some chatting going on about rules and stuff that was happening. Yeah, because the Commonwealth had this nasty a perk or trait where it's quantity over quality. So their ships are meant to be cheaper and not as good as other fleet's ships. But when certain ships die, so once the squadron's done, depending what round it is, you roll as many dice to how many rounds it is, and if you get explode result, then you can bring back a ship of a certain class. Hey, Abyss, how are you? And hello, everyone. Very nice. So he did that, and apparently they've got this trait as well where they roll dice, and they can, because he's within range of his flagship, they can automatically turn one of the dice into a crit. So basically a ship automatically comes back. At least one ship anyway. And they were just saying about the activations and stuff like that, because basically I tabled him, but he was looking through the rules, and because it was still an activation, he rolls to come back it's confusing, but I still won. That's the main part. I think you get there in the end anyway. Anyway, what is everybody up to? What's occurring where you are? What's the coup? What's happening? What are we building? What are we making? Currently building some solar auxiliary lattice sections. That the like 40k scale, or I'm assuming so. Just doing some basing bits, so using these parts from the ruins kit as I want to. Paint some very fiddly carapace trim on a pair of Night Atropos. Oh yes, they are a little bit, aren't they, mate? So tomorrow it's a visit to the cinema for me for the Gundam event that I'm going to in London. So Gundam Seed Freedom. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, the 40k scale versions managed to pop in and grab my box this week morning. Nice. Always good to have your bits there, ready and waiting. Most baroque and fancy. Very fancy. Fancy schmancy. Fancy schmancy. Let's get these bits glued into position. Lots of bits and pieces everywhere. So now it's just a case of getting random bits of kit, sprue bits. Bit of buttress action there. Random bits of plastic. That's up. So it's like literally just quite random cuts. I'm actually using probably the wrong bits here. Let's see if I got. Ow! Need that. It's a bit weird. Oh, because they're in here, that's why. Like, put them in the most safest place possible. So again, we're just going to cut little bits off here. Let's make sure. I always use like a bit like this, little sliver, so I know where his front toe is going to be for when I start doing all the weird stuff. Weird stuff? Oh, my. Weird stuff is generally just a case of cutting up random bits of plastic, basically. Hey there, Arnold. How are you? Again, just breaking that down. Random bits of sprue, cutting it down, making little boulders, rocks, or whatever you want to do. Move your snippers, angling, different angles, of course. So I always like to have as well inside where these buildings, like collapsed buildings, like little bits that could easily represent sort of floor sections or whatever. as well, just to add to the illusion. That he once had a floor. Yeah, it's not too bad, thank you very much. Just doing the old base work tonight, and whatever else I can get away with. It's been a busy old day with the playing Dystopian Wars today, so it does take a lot out of you. And you know, poor old Phil, he's got to drive to Bournemouth today, so that's like 150 miles, but it's like 3 hours drive, and that's because the roads are clear as well. I checked for him, so there's a lot of driving going on. So he's run an event, and now he's got to go down there to pick his daughter up. Right. Things you do. As random as possible. Make some noise. Yes, I won. It was a fun day. That was the important thing. And victory was achieved. Naval dominance. Get up there. No. Maybe I should actually put it over here because it's more out of the way. Random bits of plastic. Really should actually do a marker for this one. Where is he? There. Thank you very much. But, yeah, it was a fun time. And the day went really quick as well. So, and now I'm here with you guys, hanging out, building shit. Get up. get some of these bits off. And so many So yeah, so with the winning thing, there are prizes for winning. I'm not sure what though. So they'll email me at some point probably next week. They're using like random bits of cut plastic. So at the moment I'm cutting off of a Warhound shin plate. Making piles of rubble. Amongst other things. So what's been happening this week in the world? Well, there's been AOS leaks, there's been TAL leaks, not paid any attention, not really bothered. But it is quite, does have a bit of a detrimental effect to a lot of production people, because it actually affects like the timelines for release things. So things that were due to come out are being affected by these things being leaked because they're not ready to come out, or they're not planned to, but then because they've been leaked they get released out earlier, which puts back other things. So all these leaks are doing is slowing up everything else. I think that'll do on the plastic. We'll take their arms off for the time being. So seeing where they are going to be perched, standing wise. So then I know where to glue. So random rocks. Random. But again, it just adds more texture and interest. Sand and bicarb. That's soda. Start again. We'll obviously carry on where bits are missed. Again, just double check positioning, so knowing where I can go next. Please. Somehow the stream was really weird. You said hello for the second time. Did I? Oh. Hello. Who knows what's going on? Stream signal is strong like bull. Don't know what's going on. Well, let's not say, you know, this channel was renowned for its shenanigans in the past, where I thought I was in a different space and time, because everyone seemed to be on a whole different level compared to where I was. Edge. One. Beep 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 beep. Nice big chunky block there. Lovely about that. Ooh. That's good. So give this a little bit more height. Again, it's just adding more height, depth, undulation. Or just adding another bit of the mix. Perfect. So it just makes it a lot more uneven with adding all this extra sort of debris to the base. If you want, because once I'm gonna spray these outside because I can. So I've just dusted off into my little pot. That's all good. Good. Another way. Tidy up as you go. Kick things out of the way. There, and I just pop to the door and do this outside. Let them dry for a second. Say more than a second. Oh. A little tidy up. I'll just wait for them to dry enough for continuing with the paint. Waste not, want not. All this goes into the basin pot. Little bits of plastic, little bits of resin, all grit that's been lost. All adds to the texture. Excellent. Still drying a little bit. That one's for that one. That does for that one. Oh. Ooh. First 5 built. Hopefully, I'll speed up now. They're out of the way. That's the thing. Is once you get on, you've gotten used to the construction. Let me find the paint that I need. Where are you hiding? No, silver. Yeah, but about there, aren't you? There you are. Bit of an escape here. So where's down the brush? And this is standard Mechanicum standard grey, sorry. It's a little bit watered down. Just make it goes over easier. Good there. Close that. Close it up. Let's open the link. I'll say it's already opened. I had to add stuff. Tidy this away. Don't need that no more. So that needs to go away in there as well. So It was fun. Then that couldn't do that. Yeah. So just let that dry a little bit. Then we're going to do some tyrant skull because we can. Let's look at that. Do. All good. This bit next, which is a tyrant skull dry brush paint. Better. Let's just see what I'm doing. I just have to get it onto the edges of the ring as well. Hey Arnold. No, 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 no. Settle for a sec. That's good. Ouch. Stretch your legs. standard. So there on the base. Need to figure out what to do with my bases. Probably going to stick with some Civitas Ruins on them as well. They're on Legions Imperials bases, so need to be somewhat related. Yeah, little bits and pieces like that. Just got to be careful that you don't overdo it, because obviously if you're trying to retain the detail of the Civitas bases, you've got to be a little bit more considerate. Ugh. Do you have a favourite Legio? Well, it would be sort of well, I am Firewasps. You know, they're my big titans. They're my small titans as well. They were my first titan, Legio in AT, and yeah. But you know, I'd like a whole load of Legios. Obviously, if I had more money than sense, then I'd have a few Legios. Like Staria, like Aussie Dax, Godbreakers, Audax, Domitian. Yeah, there's a few there. Yeah, obviously Ignatum is my main because of Iracundus. don't want to cover them whole with dirt and debris. What made you switch to out of Legio's? No, it was nothing to do with rules or anything like that. It was purely colorations. So Ignatum was my first for AT. Well, it was my first Legio because I had Big Titans first. So Ignatum were like my favourite from the original AT back in '88. I chose Godbreakers, so Legio Krytos, as my traitor Legio of choice, because as an Ignatum player I couldn't honestly justify painting up Mortis, because obviously the rivalry and stuff between them. So I went with the Godbreakers because it's the Godbreakers. It's the coolest name out there. Legio Krytos, the Godbreakers. It's like the ultimate in, like, you know, it's the most metal name, is what it was said in some of the seminars by the Forge World luminaries. So yeah, went with them, and then I met up with Guy Haley at the 2019 Horus Heresy Weekender, and we took some photographs of the Titans, his Titans together. And I had already read and listened to Titan Death, which was his book that was released in 2018. And I really enjoyed Titan Death as a book story, you know, seeing behind the scenes of how Titan Legions go, organised sort of thing. And it was just so different, you know. Yeah, so I went with them as my third Legio, and I thought, right, okay, because I've painted 2 green Legios now and 1 red, I thought I've got to balance things out. So I looked at the schemes again. I didn't want to do red, didn't want to do blue for some reason at the time. So I went, oh, Volcanum looks cool. So I chose Volcanum as my 4th Legio. And then I was thinking about doing a Black Shields so I could utilise the custom rules, because I don't like using I wouldn't want to use Gryphonicus and use the custom rules, because I find it sort of weird in my mind. So I ignored doing that. So I worked on my own Legio, which was called the Legio Atonicus. Lower Gothic means Thunderwalkers, and they had a pretty cool scheme. It was very bone-like, but with this I think it was like Araman blue accents sort of thing. So it really stood out against the sort of the bone. And then they released the artwork for Defensive Riser and Legio Ozydax, and I thought, that I've got to do that. I love the quartered segmented blue and white. I like Nova Marines as one of the many Legions, Space Marine chapters, because I like the blue and white on them, and I just love the artwork. So I thought, right, that's it. That's my 5th Legio. Then they was bringing out Urza's Claws, so I thought, well, I've got to do Ozydax. Audax. So I did Audax as my 6th Legio. Then it went the Crucible of Retribution, and I thought, I really like the look of Denisium I liked the background they had. I liked the colours being purple. So I went with the Messium as my 7th Legio. My 8th Legio was because Vincent Notley on Twitter basically challenged me to find an easy way for doing Legio Fortidus colours. And so I experimented for a few days of trying to get the oranges with contrast and stuff like that. Found a method, and I like orange anyway, and orange and white I really like together. So I started doing Fortidus, so the Dauntless. And then Luke gave me a box of Warhounds because he knew that I was getting to the end of my supply of Titans and he wanted me to continue doing live streams. So he actually bought me and gave me a box of Warhounds, which was very sweet of him. So I was gonna add them to my Audax, but because Luke, who is my adopted hobby son, and his hobby sister, Ivy, both did Volcanum, everybody in the chat said, you've got to do Volcanum, basically. So Volcanum was my 9th Legio. And then I've got 9 Legios. 5 Traitor, 4 Loyalist. Didn't seem right. And I knew that I was going to get 4 Titans in the Legios Imperialis box set, or 2 box sets. So I thought, well, I might as well do a 10th Legio to balance things off. And I got a message from somebody I know on a Discord, basically saying like, "Oh, do you know anyone who would like to buy some Titans? I know you're into Titans and all that stuff, but do you know anyone who would like to buy them?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I can put some words out." I said, "What you're looking for? What you got, and what you're looking for them?" And he told me what he had, which was Warlord, 2 Reavers, and 4 Hounds. And I thought, that would be interesting. Having that sort of thing, that could supplement those 4 Hounds that I'm going to have in the Legions kit. And I asked him how much he wanted for it. He told me the price. I thought, I've got to buy it. It was a really good price. So I bought them. I said, I'll do it. I'll take them. So I bought them. And that's my 10th Legio, which is Gryphonicus. Not including the Ordo Sinister, because they're outside of the Legio. So these will be my 10th Legio. We've now got 5 Hounds complete. We've now got 2 Reavers complete and 1 Warlord complete. So it's not bad going, really. It's a good force to have. Obviously, once other Titans become available again, who knows? I might be getting some more. Well, hello, Sophus. Sorry, I've been just gassing. Do have an engine count for the Legios. So yeah, so engine count now. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I painted 1 more for Audax. So there's 160 Titans painted. Yeah. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 more Hounds. So I was on 100. Hold on, I was on 151. So So 8 Warhounds, that's 159. Reaver 60, 61, 62. So I'm on 162 Titans with the Warlord and the 2 Reavers. 5 hounds. Hold on a sec. Hold on. I built 3, 4. I've still got two hounds to build. That's it. So I've still got 2 hounds to build. So I'm at 100. So brains going. So I've painted 6 Warhounds, 2 Reavers, and a Warlord. So that's 9. So it's 160 titles, 160 Titans painted. Got 2 more to build and then paint. So yeah, 160 painted and 2 waiting to be done. Just finished Titanicus. Yeah, it's a good book. Obviously, it predates like AT, the 2nd edition, because there are some of the weapons that they use on some of the Titans, like I think like one hand. I think it was like an arm-mounted mega bolter that a Warlord had. Because Dan does do a lot of things. Do you have a set number of Titans per Legio? Yes, generally, kind of. There are some variants. So the optimal amount of Titans, which will allow you to do most of the maniples that are available. So you go with 5 Warhounds, 5 Reavers, 2 Warbringers, 3 Warlords. So that's 15 Titans there. Pardon me. Now the basis with that is with Extermingus, which is 4 Warlords and a Warbringer. Most games you're going to play are going to be 2,000 points and below in most cases. So it's very rare that you're going to be able to field 4 Warlords and a Warbringer. So, as I said, for most games, what you got there with the 15, Warbringers. That's why there's 15. So you got 5, 5, 2, 3. There's Warbringer and MSS. So I'm just going to check something quickly with Titan maniples. Yeah, so Extermingus is 4 Warlords and a Warbringer. Now, there are 2 Legios that have 4 Warlords in, and that's Fire Wasps and Krytos. There's 1 Legio that has 6 Warhounds in, which is Solaria. 1 Legio which has 15? Is it 15? Yes, 16 Titans, which was Audax, mostly 15 Warhounds and 1 Direwolf. Obviously, that would change once Direwolves come out again. So with Warlords, a Warlord is by far and away one of the toughest Titans to field or come up against, sort of thing, but they're not invulnerable. But a warlord, if it's equipped right, I've seen like a Daka warlord, which is basically 2 macro Gatlings and Gatling blasters on the turrets. Within 24-inch range, they are going to mess you up. Like I've seen one of them just obliterate a warhound, no problem. Because obviously once the shields are gone, you use like the top for the shield stripping capabilities. Once the shields are gone, then you just open up with the other ones because you've got the reroll ones on the armor thingy. They can be very nasty. Oh, sorry, I meant lore-wise. I was curious how much of the actual Legio falls under you. Example, would you have a third half of Legio Gryphonicus? Oh, right, yeah. So in the Loyalist Legios and Traitor Legios, the Legios that are mentioned in there, they have backgrounds. They have a couple of pages of background in there. So it does tell you how many Titans that they had at the, in most cases at the offset of the end of the Great Crusade, the start of the Heresy. So like Titan Legios, like the 2 biggest Titan Legios are Mortis, but the biggest is Legio Devastator. So they're not even a Legio in the game, sort of thing. But the Legio Devastator or Destructor, Legio Destructor has the most Titans. Mortis has the most battle Titans. So basically, like warlords. They got given they were favourites of the mechanic of the Fabricator How. So they always got a good proportion of warlords. Ignatum also have a high amount of heavier class Titans and not so many Scout Titans. I think because they're numbered about 200 in their Legio. But the vast majority of them are the heavier grades as well. Gryphonicus are renowned for being mostly Reavers. They have a high proportion of Reavers. Vulturum has a high percentage of Warlords as well. But it lists what sort of levels they are as well. So like you have the Primus, the Secundus, the Tertius sort of thing. Some Legios, like Audax, for example, Legio Audax only has 90 engines within it. So 90 Warhounds / Direwolves. I think Solaria had about 120. So a lot of the Legios are going to be smaller. So once you've got like the ultimate collection sort of thing, or the Marshall level, the Marshall recommendation, that's going to be in most cases over a tenth of a Legio. So you've got plenty of choices there. So yeah, so my Gryphonicus would be about a tenth once it's fully committed. heavy battle titans are common, but it depends on the legio. So again, like out of like Legio Solaria, with their 120 titans, they have 12 warlords, which are basically called the Myrmidon. They're like a separate. It's really weird. I think they fielded them all as a massive group of warlords. They shot a spaceship down, because they've got bellicose volcano cannons. They can shoot into orbit, and they shot down a mass transporter or troop transporter or something like that. So, things like Audax don't have any because of some affront, and they were banned from having anything heavier than warhounds. So they went and became good at warhounding. So yeah, warlords are quite common. Reavers as well. Hounds. Yeah. The original three are going to be more numerous compared to other classes. Like Warbringers, you're not going to have massive amounts of Warbringers. So yeah. Told you. Well, so still drying. I just have a little bit more of a rooting in the bits box. You just keep on there rooting, boy. Gonna hunt me some bits. Nope, 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 nope. So I'm trying to find something quickly. He says, never quick. Trying to side picture of one of my War Masters. Well, not War Master, to be fair, to be honest. Straightforward. That's annoying. most annoying because I can't seem to bloody find bloody blue. Blue. Just don't seem to do posing on that side. How weird. Yeah. Right, I think I'm gonna call it there because I'm feeling a little bit meh now, a bit tired. So, and I've got stuff to do in the morning with the Gundam party. Not a bit party, but still. So yeah, I'm gonna call it for now. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Got the bases done. Just needs to dry. So it's a little bit wet around the rim. It's all good. All groovy. At least I've got them down. I've just got to put some decals on them next. So I'll sort that out. I don't know, probably tomorrow night or Monday. I don't know. One day soon, and then they will be absolutely done. Ooh, sorry. So yes, I hope you all have a great rest of the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again Wednesday night for Wednesday Night Warlord. So until then, take care, enjoy your hobby. Peace out, people. Later.